50s and 60s when our families lived here. But we didn't live in this space. This is the first active displacement. We lived over here. So over there where you are at Ace Hotel, that's the old jail house. And next to you is the hanging tree. So that if you look at that plaza down there, that's where the hanging was going on.
Next to the AC Hotel.
Yes.
That's crazy how much they have gentrified that area.
Tell me about it. But further down, you know, with beautiful Cascade and the beautiful waterfalls.
I'm so sorry, baby.
That's where we were playing ball at Superfund site.
Where we were what?
We were playing our ball. Black people played softball, baseball, football, all the ball games and the Bay Day programs and things like that over there. In that beautiful space that you see when you look at Cascades Park, waterfalls, the garden and everything. You take a picture of that, you'll see that's where we contacted a lot of toxicities that we didn't know about.
Wow.
It's a big Superfund site. And when they cleaned this up, they had to clean that dump up.
Yeah.
To make that beautification that you see.
Okay.
So the toxicity was in what? The water?
And the land.
In the land.
Yeah.
The toxicity was in the land.
Yes.
Yeah.
In the soil.
So we couldn't plant anything.
Wasn't no planting going on. It was a big baseball field. It was a field where we could play and have fun.
So y'all were playing and have fun, feeding the dirt ground, but receiving all those toxins in your body.
And you know what? During that time, I didn't even think much about it, but people were having worms. You know how people have worms?
Really?
A lot of communities, their children had worms. Because we were playing in the dirt, and those things we enter into our bodies was parasites. And that has come to me as I've learned more about environmental issues and having lived in a place that's been surrounded. Now on the map, when you see Smokey Hollow map, you see we're surrounded by big, railroad track.
Yeah.
The railroad track surrounds us, the first act, right? So you know what's going on with that pollution. And
From
anything,
the coal and
that's right.
smog.
All those, and the chemicals that pass through here, terrible.
What year did y'all find out about the toxic land?
They started to develop Smokey Hollow 40 years, Cascade Park 40 years after we left here.
40 years.
That was in the late 60s.
So Smokey
Early
Hollow.
60s and late 60s.
So was Smokey Hollow destroyed?
Yes, ma'am. I'm telling you here, all of that is Cascade Park. That's where we live. My house, as I tell you, when you go around that corner, you look to the right, and you see the game and freshwater fish, the big white building there. That's where I was born.
Wow.
So all these white buildings around here, that's the black community. The Department of Transportation, that's where our church was.
Black community.
It was black businesses here, black schools.
Everything possible, self-contained.
Okay,
You
and
know,
then
all our and people came to us to get resources because many of the men who lived in Smokey Hollow were in the war. So the WPA had everything possible that they could be benefiting from, but they all went to Lincoln High School to get their vocational trades. Now they've cut all the vocational trades out for us. You know, unless you can go to Lively. But my uncles, carpentry, electricians, roofers, tile layers, brick masons, anything housing. They had that skill set. So they were like a labor pool. And so people would come here to get them to do the work. And if you look around Tallahassee, that's another whole tour that you would want to see. You'll see a lot of the houses built by the college families. But that was my family, my uncles and my cousins and my dad that built these beautiful homes. Never got any credit for it. So these are the people from Smokey Hollow.
I had a question. What destroyed Smokey Hollow?
Who destroyed it?
What destroyed it?
It's something called eminent domain. You familiar with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Urban renewal. We all fit in the same time period. You know, you can call it a red line, and because we already been, zoned out. Because if you look up the Appalachian Parkway, that's what divided us.
I was just about to say
That's
that.
the highway. The highway. So we
Right
got
here.
divided. We on the other side. We weren't allowed on this side.
That's crazy.
This side was for white.
Which side?
This side.
So
here
this
that
side
we
was for
are.
white people, and the Cascade Parks area was for black
So
people.
the highway was the division.
Divided.
Yeah, it was the divided from our community to the white community. But when they placed this, whatever, here, they call it Smokey Hollow, but that's not Smokey Hollow. Smokey Hollow is over there.
Wow.
So that's the first displacement thing you think about.
Oh my God.
Can you imagine?
Do you think, so this is what I heard. I heard that they burnt a lot of residents out. They burnt their homes down. The black residents. They just had to leave?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Were they bought out of their property?
Most of them, but some of the residents, the only residents who stayed and fought were across the track. And that was a part of Smokey Hollow, extended, but it was always called Myers Park. And then black people necessarily didn't go there, but they had families with land there, and so they couldn't push us out. And those families stayed, and they're still there.
Yeah.
They're like Famous Amos family, they still over there.
Wow.
Yeah, he comes from Smokey Hollow. The Adderley brothers, you know, Cannonball and all them, and they got the whole amphitheater down there for Cannonball Adderley. His mother's from this area, from Smokey Hollow. So we have a lot of history.
Do they have a historical marker for Famous Amos and these other historical figures?
For Famous Amos, we don't have one.
That's insane.
The Hals, H-A-L-S, that's in the National Library of Congress. That's the Smokey Hollow story. It was done by some architects. It's the Historic Architectural Landmark Survey. And that survey will give you all the information. So when you say what happened here, where you had a lot of slum landlords who first started it, you know, because we lived in poor housing. And then from the capital, you could see the shanty houses. That's why we got put out. Because the governor, who was one of the landlords here, his family, the Collins brothers, they actually own what we call quarters and different quarters in this area. Over here, I'm still talking about Smokey Hollow. So over there, they had the Riley quarters, which is owned by the Riley family. One of the first black millionaires in Tallahassee.
Oh, really? Do they have a plaque or memorial for him?
The whole house.
Oh,
That's the museum you should go to. That's the museum.
Okay.
That's the Riley Museum. So when you go there, look over, but just understand what I'm saying. He was one of the landlords, Mr. Riley, Professor Riley. And he made a lot of significant contributions to the community, I would not say. But I do know him in the person though.
He was one of the landlords.
He was
but
our family landlord.
But he wasn't one of the slum landlords.
Yes, he was.
Wow.
That's why you said listen to what I say. He was one of the landlords.
Girl, listen to what I'm saying. I'm calling you calling out, help me out. That's good. Because what happened, I give you a good example. One day he came to pick up the rent.
He was all about that dog.
Money.
And my aunt said, no, I got some problems with getting air coming through the windows. You know, we need to have you fix it. He said, well, everybody can use some air conditioning every once in a while. I tell you, I never seen my
What in the world?
I mean, it's sensitive. Yeah. He's very sensitive. Very sensitive. So anyway, so it was him, the Kirkpatricks, the Collins, and
But these were other white families, right?
And the Collins was the governor.
Yeah.
That family.
Leroy Collins?
Leroy Collins.
Oh my goodness. Well,
See,
I thought that he was a good
part of the
governor.
story, right?
No, I heard that he was
was a
walking
good
with Martin
governor.
Luther King.
Well, he was a good guy.
Okay.
But he was a slum landlord too.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to
So he
deny all that.
contributed to the problem.
Yeah, he was contributing to the problem. So I liked him.
He's connected to the Groves Museum as well.
You see the Grove? Have you been there?
Yes,
Check that out.
I've been there. That's
a
how
lot
I
of our
found
family
out.
names are in there. The Simmons.
Okay.
So I'll show you a little bit more of that today. But I want you to understand that the first order of displacement came not only from the late 60s, late 50s, early 60s, when they moved us out, but then when they moved this and put this on this side.
Right. And
Which
named
really-
it Smokey Hollow.
Which this is not even
us, right?
That's crazy.
So that's displacement.
It's
You even put the
but
information
also
in.
just trying to erase the history. too.
Right, it's
thing.
misleading, and they
When
do
you
that on
try-
purpose.
Look how hard it was for you to get over here.
Right.
It's
And
like
the
we'll
name-
give y'all something just for y'all just to show
it's
us,
totally
be quiet
displaced.
and here
Right.
it
Totally
go,
displaced.
you know.
Because they have a sign here, a plaque here, and it's reading like this right here is Smokey Hollow.
Where is it?
Right here.
Let's look
Right
at
up there.
it. I want you to tell me about it because I don't think that's the original.
Okay.